branch of a state space tree if we find that that particular node is a non-promising node, right? I hope you remember. So in state space tree, we will try to cut the particular branch. If that node is a non-promising node, we will backtrack that and we will go with the next solution branch, right? Next solution branch. Okay. The same concept we will strengthen here just by adding. Okay, just by adding the bound, that is lower bound we will add here. Just by adding the bound value, just by adding the bound value, we will strengthen that concept. Okay, so what is that one? That is, if I in a state space tree, if we find any of the non-promising node, right? If we find any of the non-promising node, then we will cut that particular branch, or that we will not proceed with the further nodes. We will backtrack and we will come with a different solution, right? We will backtrack and we will come with a different solution. That is what we are following with the case of the backtracking method. Whereas here in case of branch and bound, we will use the same method. We will use the same method to find all the feasible solutions, but our constraint is we will consider to cut the branch of a tree. To cut the branch of a tree, we will consider this a lower bound value. Okay, we will consider this lower bound value. As a name itself, you can just see here. So the branch and bound, branch and bound, right? So here suppose let us take this is a root, and this way we are going. We are writing the this way we are writing. Okay, this way we are writing the state space tree, right? Whereas in case of this branch, and bound, in the first space only we will check whether this is a promising node or non-promising node. If it is a promising node, then only we will continue with the further. If not, we will cut this. And we will go with the different solutions. Okay. So how to decide whether to proceed or to leave here itself? How to decide? So we can decide by taking this lower bound constraint. We can decide this by taking the lower bound constraint. Okay, lower bound constraint. So in this one, we will take the first type of the problem, that is the assignment problem. Okay, assignment problem. We will take the first type of the problem, assignment problem. Assignment problem. What is this assignment problem? Right? What is this assignment problem? Or we can say that job assignment problem. Kindly remember, anything can be asked in question. Job assignment problem. Okay. Here we are given n jobs will be there. Okay. N jobs will be there, and n people will be there. N jobs will be there and n persons will be there. We should assign these jobs to each of these n persons. Okay, n jobs should be assigned for n persons, such that each person will get one job. Okay, and the total cost. Okay, the total cost of assignment should be minimum. Kindly observe the problem. What it says: we are having n jobs are there and n persons are there. Okay, now we should assign each job to each person. Okay, one job to one person, such that the total cost of assignment should be less. Assignment should be minimum. Okay, the total cost of assignment should be minimum. We just have a look at here. We are having n jobs are there, n persons are there. Assign each job to a one person. Okay, you can assign each job to one person, such that the total assignment of jobs should be minimum. So it is a minimization problem. Okay, it is a minimization problem, right? So let us take the complete program problem. Later we'll see how to solve that one. I hope you understood this one. What is assignment problem, right? Our job assignment problem. We are having n jobs are there and n persons are there, right? We should assign a job to each person. We should assign job to each person, such that the assignment cost, the job assignment cost should be minimum. The job assignment cost should be minimum. Okay. So here the cost is given like this. The cost is given like this. Okay. So here it is job 1, here it is job 2, here it is job 3, here it is job 4. Let us take 4 jobs are there. Okay. So 9, 2, 7, 8, 6, 4, 3, 7, 5, 1, 8, and here it is 7, 6, 9, 4. Okay. So the 4 jobs are there, means 4 persons should be there. So person, okay, person 1. Similarly, we are having person 2. Okay. Okay. Person 2, person 3, person 4. You just observe here. So 4 jobs are there and 4 persons are there. So you should assign these job to these persons such that the assignment cost should be minimum. For example, you just see, if you assign 9 for person 1, okay, if you assign job 1 for person 1, okay, if you assign job 1 for person 1, then you cannot assign this job 1 to any of the other persons. Okay, then you cannot assign a job to any of the other person. There is no order that job 1 should be assigned to person 1, job 2 should be assigned to person 2. There is no order like that. You can assign any job to any person such that each person will be assigned with only one job. Okay, you can assign these jobs to any of these persons. Person 1 can be assigned with job 1 or job 2 or job 3 or job 4. Similarly, person 2 can be assigned with job 1, job 2, job 3, job 4. But only one job can be assigned to this person. Similarly, with respect to 3 as well as 4. Understood? Okay. So only one job can be assigned to one person. 4 jobs are there, 4 persons. Now, you just, sir, what is this matrix is given? If job 1 is assigned for person 1, okay, if job 1 is assigned for person 1, then the assignment cost is 9. If a job 2 is assigned for person 1, then assignment cost is 2. If a job 3 is assigned for person 1, then the assignment cost is 7. If a job 4 is assigned for person 1, then the assignment cost is 8. But what is our goal? The assignment cost should be minimum. The assignment cost should be minimum, right? So for person 1 assignment, okay, for person 1 assignment plus person 2 assignment plus person 3 assignment cost, okay, plus person 4 assignment cost. So this total of this should be minimum. Okay, total of this should be minimum. Let us take, suppose you just see job 1 is 9, job 2 is 2, job 3 is 7, job 4 is 8. So I will assign job 2, okay, I will assign job 2 for P1, the cost is 2. Okay, I will assign job 2 for P1 so that the cost is minimum 2 only. Similarly, you just see for person 2, for person 2, okay, let us take, I will assign job 3 because it is a minimum out of this. So for person 2, I will assign job 3, so the cost of assignment is only 3, right? So the cost of assignment is only 3. Next for person 3, so just see here, for person 3 you cannot assign this one, you cannot assign this one. Why? Because job 3 has been already assigned. But here we are having minimum, right? Here we are having minimum. So what we can do? We can assign this job 3. We can assign this job 3 for, we can assign this job 3 for person 3. So the cost is 1, and this job 2 can be assigned for, job 2 is, job 2 is already assigned for, job 2 is already assigned. So what we can do? So we can have 1 per person, and the cost is 6, right? And the cost is 6. Now person 4. So left out is J1 is assigned, J2, J3 is assigned. Only left out is J4. J4 and the cost is 4. So what is the total of this? 2 plus 6, 8, plus 1, 9, 9 plus 4, 13. So this is the minimum where we can assign job to each of the persons. Okay. So now we will do, okay, first is the start, right? Start. So what is the lower board we are having? What is the lower bound we are having? Okay. So lower bound we will calculate as first step. We will take the minimum values in these rows. Okay. We will take the minimum values in the first row. So which is the minimum value for in the first row? 2. Okay. The first row, the minimum value is 2. So that we will take 2 plus the second row, which is
So not audible.
okay. Is my screen visible? Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Okay. So in the see first we are having start. Okay. First we are having start. Okay. So here we are calculating the lower bound, the LB, as, so first we are considering the least values in the rows. So the least value out of 9, 2, 7, 8 is 2. Similarly here least value is 3. So plus 3. So here similarly the third row it is least value is 1 plus 1. The fourth row this value is 1. So plus 4. So what is this one? What is the total of this? What is the total of this one? So total of this is, so 5 plus 1,
10.
6, 10, right? So this is first node. Okay, this is the first node, start node, right? This is the start node. Now you calculate for person 1. Okay, now you you check which job can be assigned for person 1. Job can be assigned initially. Person 1 is having 4 choices, right? Person 1 is having, since no job is assigned to anybody, person 1 is having 4 choices. So he can be assigned with the job 1, or he can be assigned with the job 2, or he can be assigned with job 3, or he can be assigned with job 4. So hence so this person 1 I will take it as P1 is having 4 choices. Okay, person 1 is having 4 choices are there. So how many choices are there? 4 choices are there, right? So this person 1 can be assigned with job 1. Okay, person 1 can be assigned with job 1. Similarly, person 1 can be assigned with job 2. Similarly, person 1 can be assigned with job 3. Similarly, person 1 can be assigned with job 4. Okay, since no job is assigned to anybody, P1 is having an option of 4 jobs. Sir. Okay, P1 is having an option of 4 jobs, right? Now you just check. Now you just check. What happened for this internet? Okay, so if a person 1 is assigned with job 1, if person 1 is assigned with job 1, then if person 1 is assigned with job 1, what is the lower bound value we are having? So how to calculate lower bound value? Okay, how to calculate lower bound value? See, instead of 2, so we are assigning with job 1. So job 1 value cost of assignment is 9. Okay, so we will calculate as like this. Lower bound value will calculate as if a P1 is assigned with job 1. What is job 1 assignment for P1? For person 1, job 1 is 9. So 9, okay, 9 plus 9 plus 9 plus the next value is 3. Okay, next value is 3, next value is 1, next value is 4. Okay, only this value instead of 2 we are taking job 1, so hence the cost of assignment of job 1 for P1 is 9. So what is this value now? What is this value? 9 plus 3 plus 1 plus 4. What is this value? What is this value?
17.
So this is 17. So that is lower bound value is 17. Okay, lower bound value is 17. I hope everyone got how we got this value 17. Okay, if a person 1 is assigned with job 1, if a person 1 is assigned with job 1, then the assignment cost of person 1 for job 1 is 9. Okay, so hence we are taking that 9 here, and rest we are taking 314 as it is. Similarly, you calculate here, if a person 1 is assigned with job 2, what is lower bound value? If person 1 is assigned with job 2, what is lower bound value? If person 1 is assigned with job 2, what is lower bound value?
10.
Others, you are getting the same thing. So you should replace this value. You should replace this value with person 1. If he is assigned with job 2, then he is having cost of assignment is 2. Right? Cost of assignment is 2. So if it is 2, 2 plus 2, 4, plus 1, 5, plus 4, sorry, it is if so this is person 1, no, it is, so this value should replace, this is person 1 value. Okay, this is person 1 value, so this is 2 only, so it is 10. Okay, this one, what is this? If person 1 is assigned with job 3, if person 1 is assigned with job 3, if person 1 is assigned with job 3, so 7 plus 3 plus 1 plus 4, right? 7 plus 3 plus 1 plus 4. How much you are getting?
15.
15. So kindly check your answer, ma. Kindly check your answer. Kindly check your answer. See, you just observe here. It is saying person 1 is assigned with job 3. Okay. So then if we are having like this, P1 plus P2 plus P3 plus P4, P1 is assigned with job 3, that is 7. 7 plus P2. So for person 2, minimum is 3. For person 3, minimum is 1. For person 4, minimum is 4. Okay. So how much you are getting?
15, sir.
15 you are getting. I think. Okay. Wait. So here you just observe here. For person 3, you just observe here. For person 1, we are assigning job 3. Okay. For person 1, we are assigning job 3. But the same job we cannot assign for this person 3. Okay. For person 3, we cannot assign the same job. Right? For person 3, we cannot assign the same job because for person 1, job 3 is assigned. So person 3, automatically we cannot assign this. So you just, if this is job 2 and this is job 4, so this will be job 1. Right? Are you understanding?
Sir, for
Are you,
person 2 also job assigned, sir.
so for person 2 also,
Job 3.
for person, no, for person 2, job 3 we are not assigning. Job 2 we will be assigning, no? So for person 2 also, job, which one we will be assigning? So we cannot assign job 3. We will assign only job 2. The same job cannot be assigned for multiple jobs, cannot be assigned for same person. Okay. You just observe here. I will write once again. Okay. So here what it is saying, for person 1, job 3 is assigned. Okay. So here job 3 is already assigned for person 1. So we are left with job 2. Okay. Job 1 and job 4. Right. We are left with job 2, job 1 and job 4. Right. We are left with job 3 is assigned for P1. Job 3 is assigned for P1. Okay. Now you check in this one. Okay. For person 2, we cannot assign this 3, that is because this 3 is already assigned for person 1. Okay. So for person 2, in this minimum is 4 that we can assign, that is job 2. Okay. Job 2 can be assigned for person 2. Next, third one, person 3. Okay. In this we cannot assign this job 3 as well as job 2 because the minimum is 1 but it is already assigned for person 1. So next is 5. So we can assign that is job 1 for person 3. We can assign job 1 for person 3. Okay. Next for person 4 we can assign. So job 3 is assigned, job 2 is assigned, job 1 is assigned. Left is job 4 only. So that we can assign for person 4. Now you calculate with this what you are getting. What you are getting with this? So this for person 1, if I allocate job 3, okay, if I allocate job 3 for person 1, then this cannot be assigned to any of the persons. Then person 2 should be allocated with this, but 3 is job 3 which is already allocated. Next minimum is 4. So this I will allocate for person 2. Next person 3 minimum is 1 but is already allocated. Next is 5. So job 1 it is not allocated. So I will allocate this for person 3. Okay. Next is 4. So it is not allocated. So I will allocate this for person 4. That is job 4. Okay. So 7 plus 4 plus 5 plus 4. 7 plus 4 plus 5 plus 4. How much?
20.
So we are getting 20 is a lower bound value for if person 1 is assigned with job 3. Next if person 1 is assigned with job 4. If person 1 is assigned with job 4, that is 4. Okay. So next you calculate. So person 1 is assigned with job 4. So person 2, person 3, person. So person 4. So which job can be assigned for person 2? For person 2,
6. Job 1.
we can assign job 2 also. No, minimum is job 3 because we are assigning job 4 for P1 person 1. So minimum is 3. We can assign job 3. No, right?
Yes, sir.
Next for person 3, job 4 and 3 has been allocated. Only we should check with these two. So we can
Job
assign
1.
job 1. We can assign job 1. Next for person 4, left out is
Job.
job 2. So it is left out. So we will write the same. So for person 1, job 4 is assigned, that is 8, plus person 2, job 3 is assigned, that is 3, plus person 3, job 1 is assigned, that is 5, plus for person 4, job 2 is assigned, 6. So how much? 8 plus 3 plus 5 plus 6.
22.
How much it is?
22.
Somewhere we are missing. Somewhere we are missing. Person 3. Just observe here. You just observe here. For person 1, if we allocate job 4, then it is 8. Okay. For person 1, if we allocate job 4, it is 8. Then for person 2, we can allocate 3, right? For person 2, we can allocate job 3. We can allocate job 3. Then for person 3, can we allocate 5, right? So we cannot allocate this one because it is already allocated, right? It is already allocated. So we can allocate 5, and here we can allocate 6. So we are getting it as 22. Okay. Now you just observe here which is having the minimum bound, which is having the lower bound, which is minimum here. So it is lower bound. Is which is having minimum, which is having minimum here, which is having minimum. Kindly respond. See, 10 is minimum out of 17, 10, 20, 22. 10 is minimum, right? 10 is minimum. So means we can assign job 2 for person 1. It is fixed. Okay. Is it clear? We can assign job 2 for person 1. Now we will ignore this. The remaining 3 nodes we will consider only this one. Okay, we will ignore this remaining 3 and we will consider only this one. Right, we will consider only this. Now person 1 is assigned with job 2. Next we should go with person 2, right? Next we should go with person 2. So here, so how many options are there for person 2? For person 2, how many options are there? So here
3.
J2 has been assigned. So person 2 can be assigned with job 1, and this person 2 can be assigned with job 3, and this person 2 can be assigned with job 4, right? Similarly, you find out this lower bound values. Similarly, you find out this lower bound values. If see, for person 1 always you should take job 2 only. Okay, for person 1 always you should take job 2 only because it is giving the minimum lower bound. Okay, so person 1 it is fixed, that is job 2. Now you just try for person 2. If you assign job 1, okay, for person 2 if you assign job 1, then person 3 if you assign job 3 or job 4 this based on this one. Okay, so it is job 3 only. Lower bound value here, what is lower bound value we will get here? What is the lower bound value we will get? Yes, So here it is, we will get it as 30. Out of this, which is having minimum? Out of this, which is having minimum? So this 13 is minimum, right? This 13 is minimum. Now, for person 2, job 1 is fixed. Next, how many options we are having? Next, how many options we are having?
2.
Person 3. So job 1 is fixed and job 2 is fixed. So either we can give job 3, right? For person 3, we can give job 3. So what is the lower bound value we'll get here? Or we can give for person 3, we can give job 4, right? We can give job 4. Okay. So later, which are the lower bound value we will find here? Okay, which are the lower bound value we will find here? Then to that you can just give here the final answer. Okay, final answer what we calculated in the beginning 13. So this should be your final answer 13. So if you give here for person, so here it is for person 1, job 2 is fixed. For person 2, job 1 is fixed. Now for person 3, if you give job 3, for person 3 if you give job 3, then for person 4 automatically should give job 4. So you calculate this, you place here. So how much you will get? Job 2 is person 1 job 2. It is 2. Person 1 job 2 it is 2 plus person 2 job 1. Person 2 job 1 it is 6, right? Plus person 3 job 3. Person 3 job 3 it is 1 plus person 4 job 4. So person 4 job 4 is 4. So how much it is? So 8 plus 1 9 plus 1 13. So here similarly the other option we are having, other option is we can give job 4 here and if we are giving job 4 here we can give job 3 here, right? We can give job 3 here. So if that is the case, so we'll get 2 plus 6 plus, so if for person 3 job 4 is given, for person 3 job 4 is given means 8, so it is 8. For person 4 job 3 is given means, so it is 9, right? So it is 9. So it is 9. Now 16 plus 25, right? So here we are getting it as 25, right? So now here we are having 13 means for person 3, we can give job 3, right? For person 3 we can give job 3. So for person 4 we can give job 4, right? For person 4 we can give job 4. That is we can write here. So it is minimum. So here you can expand this and here you can write for person 4 we can give job 4 and the lower bound value is equals to 13. You can just calculate this one. Okay. So now we are having, what is this says? So you can write here finally you can write. So for person 1, you are giving, for person 1 you are giving which is a job 2. For person 2 you are assigning job 1. For person 3 you are assigning job, person 3 it is job 3, and for person 4 you are assigning job
Job 4.
4. So the total cost of assigning jobs is assignment. How much you got? 13,
13.
right? 13. So this is what the state space tree you should write. Always remember. So each time you'll calculate this lower bound value, you take the minimum and you expand. You ignore the remaining. Means these are the non-promising nodes. If we are going with these nodes, then you will not get any solution, right? We will not get any solution. So only we will go on expanding the promising nodes, right? So this is what your job assignment problem. Always remember, n jobs are given, n people are there. We should assign one job to one person, and the total assignment cost should be minimum. Okay.